Hey! WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction. Breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
First things first, make sure you go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm dropping bangers for all of 2K23. I'm gonna just keep on doing my build thing. Y'all just keep on subscribing and liking, and it's gonna go great. But I got a small forward build, a KD build that I saw on Shakedown's channel, and I had to bring it to mine, man. I did manage to get a couple extra badges out of it. So this build, you know, it's gonna be pretty good. So alright, we can go ahead and get it started. This build will be a small forward. And this is up to you, jersey number. You gotta go with that Trey 5 because this is a KD build. Now, with that being said, we're gonna start off with these body settings, man. We're going minimum weight 6'10", 7'5" wingspan, defined or compact, whichever one you want to do. Either way, you're gonna get that KD look. But I went with defined because I thought it looked a little bit better. But alright, man, let's get into these attributes. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and take this close shot up to a 70, man. We're not really trying to do a lot of close shots, but I did have to put something there so you are still able to make those at a decent rate. You know what I'm saying? Don't be going up with those contested joints like a random. Make sure you take good shots, bro. Then we got an 80 for the driving layup. We can go ahead and take the driving dunk up to an 86. We do want to be able to get those contacts, and limitless on gold. One thing I will say about this build off rip, just make sure I let y'all boys know, you will have to put 2 extra badges into finishing so you can get silver posterizer. I would highly suggest putting those in there, but I mean, if you got other plans for your badge, it's your build, bro. But make sure you get that silver posterizer. Makes the build completely different. Now with the 3-point shot, we're gonna be taking that thing up to an 83. And the magic number for 83 is because we get that Agent 3s on silver, man. Mid-range shot, we're gonna take this all the way up. We can get that, well, actually take it all the way up, then bump it down one, because we're going to an 85. So with the 85, a couple things come with that. Of course, to be a KD type build, you got to be killing people from the mid-range. And of course, with that mid-range assassinness, you want to make sure you get Mini Magician, man. It's definitely a badge that is worth using. Now for free throw, we can go ahead and take this up to a 72. Not crazy high, but it is high enough so that you won't be smoking open free throws. You wide open, bro. You there by yourself. Go ahead and make it. You know what I'm saying? I suggest going at least a 70-ish on any build. Now for the pass accuracy, we're gonna take this up to a 76. This does get you that gold break starter if you want to run that badge. Then we're gonna go ahead for the ball handle and the speed with ball. We're gonna max both of them things out. So we got 76, 81, and a 73. Now the thing about this build that Shakedown did that I thought was just crazy about this build was the defense, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and show you. So first things first. On defense, interior defense, we're gonna take that up to a 75, which is decent for a build that's not really expected to be down in the paint like that, but you'll still be able to do just a little bit. We're gonna take the perimeter defense all the way up, max that thing out. We're gonna take it up to an 83. For the steal, max that thing out. We're gonna take it up to an 80, and at 78, you get silver interceptor. We're gonna be able to play those passing lanes quite well, man. Now with the block, this is what makes this build so dangerous. This block right here. We taking the block up to a 93. Offensive rebound, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna do the defensive rebound first. And with the defensive rebound, we want to be able to get silver rebound chaser. You can't get gold on this build. You just can't, bro. It only goes up to an 85. You need a 93 to get gold. And then offensive rebound, we're gonna leave it right where it is at that 50. Now, the physicals, you gotta go crazy on the physicals, man. We're gonna put the speed up to an 81, the acceleration up to a 79, the strength, we're gonna keep it right there. But for the vertical, of course, if we wanna be able to get those contact dunks, we have to go up to a 75 vert. And on pretty much all my builds, I like to go at least a 90 stamina, but for this one, we're gonna go with a 92. Final badge count, 14, 23, 18, and 22. And once again, if you didn't hear me in the beginning of the video, make sure you put those 2 extra badges into finishing so you can get posterizer on silver. Let's go ahead and talk about these takeovers, man. For me, it's a no-brainer. You can either go ankle breaking shots or negative impact for your first takeover. I mean, or you can run both really. Negative impact, because you know how KD get down, bro. You can't stop this dude from being able to shoot the ball, especially like in the mid-range area. So if you gonna be doing those pull-ups, negative impact, ankle breaking shots, pull-up precision, just make sure you got a shot creating shot on there. The second one, just because I'm a team player, you know, I know what I'll probably be doing on a team setting. So I went with spot up precision. But you also can do, you know, you can get those lock takes, rim take, whichever you want, man. This build is really good and the name is good as well. So we can go ahead and complete this. We're gonna talk about how this build is a little bit of a catfish build just because the name is deceiving, man. So we got shades of Xavier McDaniel, Michael Porter Jr., and Kevin Durant. The build comes out as a shooter, bro. Just a shooter. You can't even really tell what this build does from the name itself. But yeah, last thing, we can go ahead and talk about these badges, man, because what is a build without its badges? I'm gonna talk about the badges that I use, or I would use if I had this build. Let's get right into it. So starting off with the finishing badges, this is exactly like I said earlier. You will have to add an extra 2 badges into finishing in order to get posterizer on silver. And once you core that, you can, you know, mess around with some other badges, get the build exactly how you want it. But up until then, you will be able to put on Fearless Finisher on silver, Limitless Takeoff on gold, and then we got Slithery on silver as well, bro. Do not forget Slithery. It is very important for this build. Now, some other badges that you might consider. So we got Aerial Wizard. That's a decent badge that you can put on if you want to be able to catch those oops at a high clip. I highly suggest putting that badge on. It is not needed in order to catch oops, but it'll help you out just a little bit. Now, when it comes to shooting, man, we going straight catch and shoot. Blinders on gold. Catch and shoot, it does take a little bit to get it cored, bro. I'm gonna just let you know that right now off the bat. It does take a little bit to get it cored, but until you get it cored, you can just run catch and shoot in tier 3. But once you get that thing cored, go ahead and put blinders on. And then for tier 2, we got a gold corner special. Actually, I did not mean to put corner special. Let me fix that real quick. We got a silver Agent 3s, which is pretty much the only area that you need Agent 3s on. If I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, we got Green Machine on gold, Midi Magician. I made this build with the intent of playing like Kevin Durant. So we got bronze Volume Shooter, bronze Claymore, and I'm gonna go ahead and put bronze Space Creator on as well. Now on this build, if you want to go crazy and equip 2 of those shooting badges, I mean, to core them, that might make the build go crazy, but I personally wouldn't suggest it. But it is available to you if that's something you want to do. Now, for playmaking, of course, we're going to need Unpluckable. KD don't be out there getting ripped like that, so this build won't either, man. We're going to go ahead and put that thing on silver. Vice Grips, we got that on gold. Quick First Step on silver. Bailout on bronze. Bailout isn't necessarily needed, but for me, I personally love to run Bailout because every now and then, man, you might get pulled into a shot animation. You don't mean to take that. Go ahead and pass out of that thing real quick. Special Delivery and Handles for Days, both on bronze, with a silver Hyperdrive and a silver Clamp Breaker. You can't get Clamp Breaker any higher on this build, unfortunately, but silver, you'll be alright, man. You just gotta be a little more crafty with your moves. Like, really get deep in your bag when you're going for those crossovers and trying to get past your defender. And last but not least, we got the defense and rebounding badges. What's special about this build? Like I said earlier, man, it does have gold anchor. An anchor, it's pretty quick to get cored. You literally just contest shots or be around people shooting. You don't necessarily have to contest in order to get anchor to activate. We do have Rebound Chaser on silver, which is going to be decent. This is a small forward build, so you're not the primary rebounder, but you can help out just a little bit. With this build being 6'10", you're going to be able to rebound just a little bit. And then we got Chase Down Artist on gold. I love this badge. A lot of people say it's not useful, but I disagree. We got Challenger on bronze, Box Out Beast on gold, Off-Ball Pest on bronze, and Interceptor on silver. I do highly suggest, highly suggest using Interceptor, man. This build has a decent wingspan. It can play passing lanes like crazy. Make sure you put on Interceptor. It'll make your build better for it. Just trust me on that. Now, if you want to add some extra badges in here, just in case you want to get something like a Menace or a Glove or even Pick Dodger, that'd be a decent thing to do, but I would highly suggest with your extra badges that you put them into finishing, it'll make you a better finisher. If you actually run with your layup timing, go ahead and put Pro Touch on. You'll make a lot more layups because even those slightly contested joints, sometimes go off. But once you put on Pro Touch and once you use that layup timing, you'll find that you are a lot more consistent in hitting those layups. And you don't necessarily have to green it to make it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here, but do me a favor before you do. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel, man, and let me know what you think about the build down in the comment section. Love to hear some feedback. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the